Welcome to the Weekday Report for Friday, November 15th. I'm Tracy Pelishek. Here's a brief look at the news. The Kenosha Unified School Board voted 4-3 this morning to approve new labor contracts with teachers and other employees. The vote fell down party lines among the board's two voting blocks, with Board President Rebecca Stevens, Vice President Joanne Tobby, and members Carl Bryan and Kyle Flood supporting ratification. The unusual Friday morning meeting included a highly contentious exchange over whether the board should be voting on new contracts. The board majority called for the vote as the state Supreme Court considers the legality of Act 10, the state law that limits public workers' collective bargaining rights. Under the two-year deals, teachers will receive an $1,100 per employee lump sum bonus, with second-year increases tied to the Consumer Price Index. Renovation work at the Southport Beach House will continue into next year, even though earlier budgets and plans called for no spending on the building in 2014. This comes as money that was budgeted this year and went unspent. Mayor Keith Bosman said more than $260,000 of the $280,000 in this year's budget will be transferred over to next year and will be used primarily to restore the beach house's roof that was damaged in a 2011 storm. City officials and interested citizens are also looking into creating a not-for-profit that can run the beach house and allow the city to focus its attention elsewhere. Officials say establishing a not-for-profit will allow more use of the historic facility and allow the city to save thousands a year in operating costs at the beach house. A group of Mahone Middle School students have big plans to turn an annual talent show into a way to help local kids in need. Proceeds from the show are used each year to fund good deeds. This year, the students have decided to contribute Blessings in a Backpack, a program that provides weekend meals for children who receive food through the free and reduced lunch programs at school. They've committed to raising enough money to provide meals to at least 50 kids a week. A new hire at Wilmot High School has the mission of bringing more people from the community into the school. Paige Thielen, the school's new community outreach coordinator, is charged with organizing classes and programs for adults. She's also looking for ways to get families into the building to help younger children become familiar with the school. Thielen said Wilmot has a great facility and it would be great to get as many people as possible in to enjoy it. Another Kenosha County team is headed to state. Jeremy Reeves has the story.
Brooks Gayhart serves for an ace in Central sectional semifinal victory over Racine Case earlier this month. The 27-10 Falcons are competing at the WIAA state tournament for the third time in 4 seasons. They face top-ranked Milwaukee Marquette, which is 27-2, in a quarterfinal 5 p.m. Friday at Wisconsin Lutheran College in Milwaukee. Both teams are 16-1 in their last 17 matches. Central also qualified for state in 2010 and 2011 and won 1 game each year before losing in the semifinals. Jeremy Reeves, Kenosha News.
What's trending today? A new census report says mobility for young adults has fallen to its lowest level in more than 50 years. Cash-strapped 20-somethings are not buying homes and they're not making major moves in a weak job market. Does this situation sound familiar? Tell us on our Facebook page. Up next, Terry Flores with Voices on the Street.
This week, Voices on the Street went to a local bath and appliance store to ask customers what is the most useful thing they have ever bought. And here's what they had to say.
The KitchenAid mixer.
And why is that?
I use it every day, ridiculously every day.
I think the most useful thing that I've bought is my Bible, because it is a roadmap for my life.
I think the most useful thing we've ever purchased is swaddles for my son, because we bought them and then he started sleeping through the night. So sleep is precious.
For the Kenosha News, this is Terry Flores.
Thanks, Terry. Now here's a brief look at what we're working on today. Joe Ward is checking into the status of redevelopment projects at the Virginia Towers and the former downtown YMCA. And this week's Sunday Choice feature is an in-depth reflection at the 50th anniversary of President Kennedy's assassination. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check kenoshanews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Tracy Pelishek with the Weekday Report.